I thought I had arrived when I got that shit my very first fast. 1990.
Was that 1990?
1990.
Okay, I'm going to just start with a little bridge, and then may have some words in between. Then
Okay.
when we come to the end of our hour,
Okay.
we should be in about, we're starting a little about 25 minutes later than we expected, so I know when the hour is, and then
Okay.
we'll keep it going. Okay, and did you meet, and you know Irene?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
very
yeah.
good. Okay, let's begin. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today's date is December, oh, no, it's not, because we were supposed to do it in
January 5th.
January the 5th, 2016. My name is Carolyn Tillman, and I am interviewing Leah Michelle Cash for the Archiving Black History in the Inland Empire project. Her name is spelled first name Lea, middle name Michelle,
Yes.
Cash,
Mm-hmm.
Cash. We're interviewing here at the San Bernardino County Superintendent of Schools office in the city of San Bernardino, California. Thank you, Leah, for taking out the time to conduct this interview with us.
It's an honor.
Leah, I want to start by just asking you if your roots weren't birthed here in San Bernardino. Can you give us a little background to your roots and your journey here to San Bernardino?
Okay. I was raised in Boston, Massachusetts, really Brighton, Massachusetts, which is a small little town in a suburb town that's in Boston. And I moved here in 1975 with the ambition to go to Hollywood because I was always going to be an entertainment reporter, because that was what my dream was when I was young, since I was 9 years old, to be an entertainment reporter. I used to read all the entertainment magazines and have them pasted all over my walls, and with Boston, Massachusetts being a million miles away from California, it was what I dreamed about. So I moved here in 1995 with the expectations of becoming a newspaper reporter. But I got sidetracked. What happened was I met my husband. And when I met my husband, we got married. And soon after getting married, I started having the babies. Baby number 1, baby number 2, baby number 3, and baby number 4. So my dreams of being an entertainment writer, they were put on the back burner. Even though I was still writing, because I would do some like little freelance articles. I think there was one that I did in Mother's Monthly News and little things like that I did. And there was one that I did, I think, for the Chino Champion, you know, it was just little stuff, but it wasn't the dream. And then I also had another dream, because as a teenager, at the age of 16, I wanted to be a foster parent, and I tried to convince my mother and father to be foster parents too. But they had 6 children of their own and did not wish to be foster parents, so I was not successful with convincing them, but it always stayed in my heart, and I found ways in my community to help out anyone that was a foster parent and any child that was in need. So those were the 2 loves that I had. So then when I moved here in 1975, met my husband. Even though I didn't become an entertainment reporter, I did become a foster parent when I was grown and got married. And so my ex-husband and I, we were foster parents for 8 years. So I still fulfilled that dream of being a foster parent. So 12 years of marriage went by, And unfortunately, I became a victim of the divorce wars. I have 4 little kids, and I never saw it coming, the divorce. So I never thought it would happen to me, and it did. So I remember curling up and like in a fetal position, and it was really the ugly cry, trying to figure out, what was I going to do with my life? How, how did I get so sidetracked? How did I lose me? Because I had known what I wanted to do and what I wanted to be for all my life. So that's when I decided, you know what, I'm going to really pursue this writing thing and go back to being a writer and entertainment reporter, and I'll volunteer in doing the foster parent stuff. And so what I did was, even with my 4 children, I volunteered at LA County's McLaren Hall every Sunday. I was there volunteering. So half of my heart was touching that basis. And so then I said, now how am I going to fulfill the writing? And I happened to be taking my son to go get his haircut. And there was the San Bernardino American News in the barbershop. And I picked up that newspaper and I started reading it, and I went, you know what, maybe I know where this is. Let me just, go over there and see if they would mind having someone, do stories from time to time. And so that's what I did. And the first person that I met was Mr. Sam Martin. He was very loving. He was very excited to see me. And he was like a fatherly figure and encouraged me to do my dream and encouraged me to write and encouraged me to take pictures and do all of the things that I wanted to do. So I kind of just like had free reign. And I remember I took this photo of 2 African American kids. They were laying on the grass. And I thought that photo was beautiful, and I showed it to him, and he put it on the front page of the American News. Boy, you could not tell me nothing. I had arrived. It was just a photo, but it was my photo, and I was so happy. And I'll never forget that. I just remember just looking at it and just going, oh, this is it, And so then from San Bernardino American News, then I met Hardy and Cheryl Brown in Black Voice News. And then I could do, for Mr. Martin, I could volunteer. For Black Voice News, I could volunteer. And then that led me to Precinct Reporter, and Precinct Reporter was paying. So I got a little bit of training in San Bernardino American News. I got a little bit of training from Black Voice News, but I headed over to meet Brian Townsend at the Precinct Reporter. And so I remember sitting there in the interview with Brian, and he said, yeah, we could, he was less interested in entertainment news, more interested in community news, what was going on in the San Bernardino County area. So he told me, okay, we could use you, we'll try you out. And the rest was history. And I remained close to Mr. Martin. I certainly remained close to Cheryl and Hardy Brown in Black Voice News, but my home became Precinct Reporter because Precinct Reporter was willing to pay. And so therefore, that started the process of going down in the trenches. And when I went down in the trenches, I saw how beautiful our county is in the African American culture. One dot connects you to another dot, connects you to another dot, connects you to another dot. If anybody moves here to the Inland Empire, all they have to do is pick up all the African American newspapers, and they'll find out who the leaders are, or they'll find out what stories are going on in the black community, in our community, because it's all there. It plays itself out in the newspapers, and so in order to tell those stories, you've got to find those people. You've got to get to know those people. There are, sometimes I often feel that people might find a good paying job in the Inland Empire or in San Bernardino County and come from somewhere else. It's going to take them at least a good 6 months to a year to figure out the 8 circles, because there are several circles within our community, and not everybody belongs to all the circles. But me, being a newspaper reporter, and the other reporters, we can travel and weave in and out of all of the 8 circles. And that was the beauty that I saw with being a newspaper reporter in San Bernardino County, was to be able to get to know, build relationships, and to understand all of the different circles of African Americans, because there's many in our county.
It's clear that you're,
Oh, look at her. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause we want that, so.
Okay.
ready? Leah, it's clear that your relationships with Mr. Sam Martin, with Cheryl and Holly Brown,
Mhm.
and with Brian Townsend,
Mhm.
through your work with the newspapers, did a lot to inspire you and get you started on the road to your dream.
Mhm.
What other community heroes, sheroes, did you introduce yourself to or were made known to you that have inspired your work
Okay.
as well?
So as you navigate, as I navigated personally through all the circles, I discovered my heroes. And some of my heroes are Dr. Mildred Henry, Georgia Floyd Morris. And because of them, they nurtured me and they mentored me. And watching them build their dreams and do the things that they did in the community regarding them always helped and inspired me regarding my dream.
Tell me a little bit about Dr. Mildred Henry.
Dr. Mildred Henry was a little spitfire. This amazing woman that came from completely humble beginnings only wanted to help young people be the best that they could be. And she 100% believed in education. And so because of that, when she started the Provisional Accelerated Learning Center from scratch and never gave up, dared to do the impossible, then all of that stuff transpired on those of us who that she adopted. And you'll find that many of the heroes and sheroes that are in the community of San Bernardino County have many adopted children. And those of us who have risen to leadership or risen to the point of fulfilling our dreams is because of the fact that we have been mentored. Yikes. I completely forgot about the phone.
What's your intention?
For what? Where is it? Here, let me turn it off.
her history in entertainment makes her
Straight
comfortable to
on,
look into the
yeah.
camera.
Oh, so,
Yeah, we want you to look
oh,
at
oh, you want me to look?
Yes.
Oh,
because
oh,
you're being interviewed.
oh, okay. Oh, well, I will, oh, because I've been looking into the
Yes,
camera.
because you're
You're used
comfortable,
to it.
Now,
Yeah.
and you're very natural at it, so it's not bad, but.
Oh, okay,
it's very-
Carolyn, I'm sorry, I'll
No,
look
it's
at
okay.
you.
Said you're
Okay,
very comfortable
so,
being in the entertainment world.
okay, so because of Dr. Henry and because of being able to navigate throughout all the circles, then and getting to know what was actually going on in the community, you also being an advocate for volunteerism, 100%. I just started connecting to the organizations that were in, just started connecting to the organizations that are in San Bernardino County.